All right, good morning, everyone. It is Studfit here, and we are in the middle or towards the beginning still of the Los Angeles tour. And we're going to be pulling on this Beachside pipe. So hopefully you all are excited for the anniversary tour, which was announced a few days ago, and I'm pretty excited about it. I actually have a couple videos lined up for the next week and a half or so. I'm pretty pumped for the tour in general. I know many of you will not be pulling on this pipe just because you'll be saving for rubies and making sure that you're prepared to go into whatever pipes they bring. I'm excited first off about that anniversary tour. I'm excited about the tour. I think they've taken pretty good care of us so far. I think it'll be more than just giving us a few rubies. My mentality is that I think everyone wants everything for free. I just think that they're going to provide more value for what we already are doing. So, more, as we saw in that Tokyo pipe with 10 high ends in there, we'll see stuff like that. We'll see great packs when it comes to, a couple high ends in there, similar to how we saw with Pink Gold Peach and the Rose Gold. That's what I'm expecting. I do think that they'll give us some stuff for free, but overall, just the fact that they're having it is a major good sign for us. So excited there. As for this pipe, I kind of want to jump into it a little bit. It's actually unique. I don't think we've really had like kind of these separate spotlight type of pipes. There's not actual spotlights. Essentially what it is you can get a cart times 2 or a glider times 2. So I'll kind of get into the odds here for technically having 4 high ends in a 50 pipe. But before I do, just kind of want to point out what's in it when it comes to having the Banana Master, Cheap Snorkel, Blue Soda, Sushi Racer. Essentially, you're going to get 2 of those for every 50 rubies that you put in. Or you can get the Blooper Wingtip, Great Sale, Tropical Glider, Manta Glider. Get 2 of those for every 50. So as always, I always try to drain the pipe 2 times. So hypothetically, for the 450 rubies I'm going to put into this, I'm going to receive at a bare minimum 8 high ends. My goal obviously will be to surpass 10, but if they're holding on and keep everything pretty low in the pipe, then I'm definitely going to be looking at 8 as a bare minimum, as a floor there. So I did kind of look at the supers compared to the last couple pipes, just because the throwback pipe was just so obviously coin heavy there. Essentially, typically the normals cover about 74% of what's in that pipe. There are 74 out of 100. In this pipe, there are 70. So there's a slightly less normals than there traditionally is. And usually it's, I think, 20% supers. This, I think, has 24%. So just putting that out there, slightly a little more supers in addition to the high ends, which is good. Now, one thing about that throwback pipe, one part of the reason that there were so many coins is that they did have an increased number of supers. But the other part that was really important to take note of is when you have drivers and you already have them maxed out, they'll give you 6,000 coins versus, or obviously if 6,000 coins if you have a high-end driver already. If you have a high-end cart already, obviously they only give you 5,000. So that also adds into it, in that there are no drivers in this pipe, and so getting duplicates for drivers are much more than duplicates for carts and gliders. So just pointing that out there. This is not necessarily a coin collecting pipe the way that we have seen in the past. So putting that out there. As for what I have, the only thing I have maxed out is the Banana Master, which I love. It's actually not as valuable as some of these other carts, like I'll get to in a second here. The Blue Soda and the Cheap Snorkel actually are very valuable when it comes to track coverage. We have the Sushi Racer, which is brand new. Tropical Glider, one of the top gliders when it comes to coverage. Blooper Wingtip, Manta Glider, and Great Sail. Now, none of these super skills, there's no coin gliders, there's nothing super spectacular when it comes to the actual item, but there's a lot of coverage. So Nintendo's been doing this a lot lately, where they've been providing a lot of coverage for the green shell banana, mainly because they know that you probably don't want to use it. So they'll give you a lot of coverage, and essentially you can't avoid it. So that's kind of where I stand. I have the Blue Soda at 1, the Cheap Snorkel not at all, the Sushi Racer. I'm not too excited about the Sushi Racer. I really, really do want the Cheap Snorkel, though. I do not have it. It's Jump Boost Plus. It covers a lot of tracks. So that's probably one that I really, really want. Gliders are always something I really, really want in general, just because, for one, it allows you to get better combo time. So for those non-trick tracks, it's essential to be able to get those full combos. I think what attracts me the most would be the Tropical Glider and the Manta Glider. The Great Sail, I love it. I put a couple tickets in it just for pure coverage. Just because I think the tracks that I didn't have great gliders for, I needed one, and so I picked that one over others. Mainly because it's a new glider, it looks great. I think Nintendo really wants to continue to boost it, but we'll see what happens. Nothing is guaranteed in this game, as you already know. But the Manta Glider and the Tropical Glider are probably my two that I'm really targeting here for the gliders. Okay, so one thing I wanted to point out, I talked a little bit about value. If you haven't seen it yet, Tabor's spreadsheets that talk about value, there's so many great tabs in there. One thing I want to point out is the value of all the gliders. So the Tropical Glider is actually the second most covered glider in the game, meaning that there are 17 tracks in which it is a top tier track. There are 2 that are cities. So you see that column that says assumed. That means that essentially they take off the city tracks to come up with an assumed value. So it does come with 2 city tracks. Other than that, though, it does have 17 tied with Dragon when you talk about total tracks. So that's great. And then the Manta Glider, essentially, a top 10 glider when it comes to coverage. You got 12 non-city tracks. I love the bomb, just because being a front runner, if you accidentally get into second or third place and you get a bomb and you get back into first, you can drop it behind you, crush a bunch of people, get a lot of points that way. There's a couple times where even right off the initial gate, I was able to get a bomb off the first item block, throw it behind me. I was able to get 6 or 7 people, and it actually, from a points perspective, almost was as much as a frenzy. So for what it's worth, I really do like the bomb. There at the very bottom, you see Great Sail. It only has 9 coverage right now, so we'll see how that changes. As for the carts, same thing when it comes to the assumed versus total. Cheap Snorkel and Blue Soda, both great when it comes to coverage. 12 and 11 non-city tracks. Banana Master's down there. They've given it a lot of unique coverage, Banana Master, and I think that's one of the things that I'll be going through in these next few videos, is really kind of talking about what is that unique value. Why do I like the Banana Master, even though it's not very high on this list? It's mainly because the tracks that it covers, I don't have anything else good enough to top it. Either, sometimes it's just looking at some of the supers and normals and seeing if I'm even going to use the Banana Master at all. But it's good to be aware of. So that's all I have for that. One thing I did want to point out as for strategy, going back to these numbers, 4 high ends out of 50, which I'm always focused on the high ends. I'm going to get supers, that's great. But I also kind of want to break down the math for you. I thought I'd do it, actually just drawing it out, just old school. So if you take 4 high ends out of 50 total in the pipe, you get 0.08. So that's for a single pull. Your chance of getting a high end on a single pull essentially is extremely rare. So let's say you times that by a 10 pull, and for every 10 pull, you should have a little bit less than 1 high end, 0.8 high end. So when you do 2 10 pulls, you should have a little bit, probably about close to 1.5 high ends. So just to kind of break this down, if I get 1 high end after my first 10 pull, I'm resetting because I owe zero point 0.2 back to the pipe. So I've beaten the pipe. I'm moving on. After 2 10 pulls, if I get 2 high ends, which is actually not, it's actually not very, the odds aren't really in my favor. It's slightly, it's essentially I should, if I get 2, I should reset as well. If I have 1, I should keep pulling. And that really goes through, I mean, really you should have 1 more high end than you have pulls. So unless I'm getting 2, if I see a green pipe, that's a bad sign in this pipe because of how many high ends are in there. Obviously for 3 10 pulls, you're talking about 2.4. And sorry, I'm not used to writing on here. So this is 3.2. So that's where I run into some issues, is if after 4 pulls, if I have 3. So typically what I'll do at this point is I will keep pulling singles until I get that 4th high end. So there you go. That's the math. That's broken out. Obviously pretty sloppy. Those zeros look all kinds of shapes. But I think you get my point. So with that being said, I am ready to pull, and here we go. Wish me luck. And it's a green pipe. Now, as many of you know, in past videos, a green pipe for the first one is actually typically pretty good luck for me. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to go slow here so you can enjoy the pulls. Obviously, it's a lot of coins, but I just used a ticket on that. That's great. I think that was my last glider that I hadn't maxed in the shop. So in the shop, that's I've actually had a pretty poor shop this tour already. I think I've only gotten 1 high end this week. So okay, blue soda to 2. Very nice. Yeah, I didn't like the look of the blue soda when it first was released, because if you remember from that marine tour, I think they gave us 4 different carts, and we're all so sick of more carts. Carts obviously is the highest of the 3 in the game, and just sometimes it's been a little excessive. Okay, so the Banana Master was the one that I didn't necessarily want to get the most of. I can use the coin. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. So 3 in this pipe. That's wonderful. Now for the Banana Master, I'll take the coins. I mean, even if I had just gotten 2, I've been ecstatic. To get 3, even though 1's coins. I mean, I don't need the coins right now. So at this point in time, I have gotten 3 high ends. Yep, 3 high ends out of 2 pulls. So if we look at our strategy again, after 2 pulls, I should have 1.6, and I have 3. So I am resetting. No more need to go into this pipe. But yeah, the Banana Master is definitely the one that I'm not trying to get the most of. If I get the coins, I get the coins. I get it. I knew that risk when I put tickets into the Banana Master. So we got a gold pipe here. Great sale. Nice. So if I can get that to 6, that would be wonderful. It's featured on 5 tracks this tour. So for that all cup ranking, I will definitely be leveraging that. Now it's just taunting me. The banana paraffin. So yeah, this week when it comes to my shop, I haven't been as successful. I think I got 12 high-end drivers last tour, so to only get one high-end ticket, and I think a total of like 16 or 17 tickets total. So to only have, I think, one or two going into the nice. Okay, boom. This is the one I wanted. Jump Boost Plus. Got a lot of coverage. I got two high ends in the first pool. So of course I'm resetting. And in total, I have five high ends in 3 pools, which is very good. Let's see if it continues, and let's please hope it's a fake pipe here. That would be nice, and it is. Boom, nice to 3. Gotta like that. Fake pipe, as I'm saying it. At least you're laughing with me. Hopefully not at me there. So now it's a fake pipe. You always wonder if there's another high end in here. Getting a little greedy. Okay. Turboberto. It's the carts that I don't have all the way maxed out. I think I only have 2 or 3 drivers. Okay. So at this point in time, going back to what we discussed before, I should have just less than 1. So I'm resetting. And so far, so good. So I think we have 6 high ends for 4 pulls. Could we have back-to-back fake pipes like Sammy D? Let's see. Probably not. That was a crazy pull. If you haven't seen it, check out Card Life. I don't want to spoil it, so he pulls some stuff out of his butt there. These green pipes, I feel like I should go through a little quicker, just in case. But then, of course, the fake pipe would be a little less dramatic. All right, so it is a real green pipe this time, and that's okay. We're still beating the pipe across the board. Oh, wow, back-to-back greens. No way. So this pipe will be my nemesis. I might have to tie the pipe. Never gonna let the pipe beat me. But I might have to tie the pipe on this one. Because unless they give me all 4 in the next pool, or the next 2 pools, so I have to get back-to-back doubles. Or it could give me all 4 in this pipe. If it gives me all 4 in this one, I would be shocked. Finally a gold. This pipe has been my nemesis here before resetting. All right, I'm gonna go a little slower. All right, cheap snorkel to 2, the one I wanted the most at 2. Okay. I mean, odds are still good that I could get 2 in this pipe. And as I say that, the blooper went too. Okay. You know what? I maxed out the points on this one just because it was one of the first blooper gliders, high-end gliders, and since then they've released so many, so it's less amusing. But we'll see what happens. It's not very valuable right now. Okay, so I got 2 here. So there's 20 left, and I have 2 high ends. So the pipe does owe me here. So let's see if I can get them both in this one. Oh my gosh, wow. I've been doing this for a long time. I don't think a pipe has ever hit me like this, where I've had to go this deep. It's been a long time. I'm hoping it's fake. And they want to give me this piston glider. Okay, so good. Well, not necessarily good, but good that I get to kind of walk this strategy through with you. So there are 10 items here, 2. So a lot of people might think, why don't you just go ahead and pull another 10, you get your 2, move on. One of the things I can do is do singles here, and that's what I'll actually do. Now, there's actually a really good chance, maybe not really good, but a pretty good chance that with 2 high ends and a 10 pull, I mean, it's, essentially 20% odds that there's probably around there, that it's at the bottom. That's the very last one, in which case I actually would lose rubies. But in this case, just in the odd chance that it's not, every ruby is very worthwhile for me. So, and as I'm saying that, it's not looking so great. Man, I really hope I don't have to tie this pipe. I haven't had to tie a pipe in, I don't think, any of these videos, any of the videos I've come out with. Wow. All right, so we're halfway down single-wise into this. Here we go. The Sushi Racer. Boom. Okay, the new one. Slipstream. And let's see if I don't look like an idiot. And I'm starting to be concerning here. So I got 2 left here. Please be here. Okay. All right. Whew. And the high end is the Tropical Glider to 4. Love that. Love having that thing at 4. Okay. So technically I tied the pipe because I would have spent just as much in this event than if I had just put a 10 pipe. But it's okay. There's 1 common cart that I'm missing out on that I already have because I already have all those carts maxed out. So I'm missing out on 250 coins. It's okay. I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. Now, the theory would be just to go in one more time because I almost want to save for the anniversary, but and I also don't like having pipes having beat me. But I feel like after this last pipe, having it crushed my soul, having to go down to 1, I feel pretty good about this. So I think I'm going to get a high end here, and if I don't, I'll throw probably 1 pull on this next week after I get some rubies from ranked. But you know what? I feel good. I feel like this pipe doesn't mathematically doesn't owe me anything, but I feel like after making me go down to 1, it better give me a high end here. Let's see what if it does. It's gonna be green. Oh, okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna even beat this pipe. That's wonderful. Let's see if I can get, if I can get a double, that would be nuts. Apparently, okay. Great sale, 2-6. Nice. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good. Especially after that last pipe. Making me go down to 1. Are you kidding me? Double. Boom. Of course I have this, but double either way. Okay, so that was going to look like an idiot, and that ended up paying out. All right, Nintendo, you made up for it. Made up for me going down to 1. You kidding me? I still can't get over that. Okay, so there you go, guys. That's it. I am done with this pipe. Very happy there. I other than tying that 1 long pipe, I crushed all the others. think I got in there somewhere in the realm of 10 high ends there. So maybe 11. I had lost count. But thanks for joining me. You got to see and what to do and what not to do, and even where Nintendo can potentially make you go all the way in. So I hope that helps. Good luck finishing out this week and next week, and good luck on the anniversary. I probably will talk to you next week, as I have 3 videos I'll be releasing leading up to the anniversary tour. So be out on the lookout for that. Thanks, guys.